Hello, my name's Christopher, and today I'm going to show you how to install Excalidraw on Cosmos Cloud using BigBearCosmos, a third-party app store. So, a little bit about this series, I'm going over a home lab, so installing things, getting things set up, everything like that. So, if you're interested in that, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel, and let's get started. I wanted to let y'all know about the Big Bear community. We just launched a community on community.bigbeartechworld.com. It's based on discourse, so go on there, join it, and say hi. So let's get back to your registered programming. So this is what I'll be installing today, Excalidraw. It's a virtual whiteboard for sketching hand-drawn like diagrams. This is what it looks like. And these are the features. So if you go on excalidraw.com, you'll get to see a demo of it. So this is what we will be installing today. So I'm going to be starting on BigBearCosmos. There will be a link down in the YouTube description to get to this. And I'm going to scroll down. So this third-party app store for Cosmos Cloud is maintained by Big Bear Tech World and the Big Bear community. We'll need to copy this app URL right here. And also how we install it is market, sources, and add source, and then name, and then the URL that we just copied. There's quite a few apps in it nowadays, and also this is pulled from BigBearCosmos, so it is synced up with that one. I did make a how to set up BigBearCosmos on Cosmos Cloud video, but I'm going to be going over in this video as well. So let's get the app store set up. So now we're starting on Cosmos Cloud. I'm going to go to market and then sources and then add source. I'm going to put a name in here of BigBearCosmos, and then the URL is what we copied. And then I'm going to press save. So now we have the app store set up. So you'll go over to the search over here and you can type Casa in because that's the tag. And you can see all the BigBearCosmos apps that are supported and you can install. So now I'm going to be going over the files in BigBearCosmos. So I'm going to go up to search and type Excel. So now you can see if you type in EX, you can see Excalidraw right here. So I'm going to go in the folder and a description.json. So the name of the app, the description, the long description, the tags, the repository of where it came from, and this is the repository that it syncs up with. And the image of the supported architectures, which is AMD 64, and the icon. So this supported architectures rhymes with the Docker Compose over here of what the image right here supports. So now the name, Big Bear Excalidraw, and then the services, and then the service underneath the services is called a service name, which is a dynamic, and then container name, which is the dynamic service name, and then the image. And this is coming off Docker Hub by default because there's no year before this. This is the Docker image, and then it's running on latest by default, the latest tag. Restart unless stop, so that means if you stop it for any reason, it will not try to restart, but if it fails any other reason, then it will try to restart. And then ports are 8,000 on the host and 80 on the container side. The host name is the dynamic, which is the service name. And then the minimum version, you can see the icon right here. So the icon of the app. So that's a little bit about the files in BigBearCosmos. So I wanted to let you know about the Big Bear Club. You can join it, and it greatly supports this channel, and I very much appreciate it. So if you'd like to join the Big Bear Club, you can go down the YouTube description and go to my Ko-Fi link and join it from there. So let's get back to registered programming. So now I'm going to install the app. So I'm going to start on my Cosmos Cloud. I'm going to go to market and then search down here for Excali. So now it came up, and it's Excalidraw at BigBearCosmos, and then the tag. So you know it's coming from BigBearCosmos because of that. So I'm going to install, and then you can customize it before installing, but I'm going to go over. I'm going to go with the default. Then next. So now it's going to set the name as BigBearCosmos. The service name is BigBearCosmos. and the container name is BigBearClub, and then the host name is BigBearClub, and that was the dynamic variable, which was the service name. So it's also getting the image, and then it's going to pull it off the registry, and then get the container up. It's also going to create the network down here. So I'm going to create now. So now it's created and it's up and running. So now we're going to need to create the URL because Cosmos Cloud has this awesome function, and it's a proxy. So it's going to proxy into the container instead of the container being directly exposed through the port right here. So you can see it's warning us and warning this port is publicly accessible. That means you can go to the IP address of your Cosmos Cloud and then the 8000 port, and then you'll be able to get to this app directly. So we're going to be going through the URLs down here. So I'm going to create one, and it's going to name it, description, the container name, where it's going, the container port, and then HTTP, the use host, the IP address, and then 7200. So you'll go to this and you'll get to the UI. Authentication required. You can turn that on or off. And then Smart Shield protection, restrict access to Constellation VPN. There's different settings. So I'm going to confirm and then refresh. And then now you can see that the URL has been created, and it's got the green dot right here to let you know it's working. So now we'll need to take this port off the host. So I'm going to go into view details, then to network, and then host port right here. I'm going to empty out this field right here and then update the ports. Now, if you go back over to overview, go back over to the ServeApps right here, and then you'll see it's not exposed anymore, and you can only get to it through the URL right here. So I'm going to go over the ServeApps and the URLs right here. So ServeApps, you can see there's options up here. So you can update the container, pause, stop, restart, recreate, kill, ports. So the host port and the container port, the host port's not shown anymore because we took it off. The networks, URLs, and you can click this and go to the UI. Auto update container and CPU and RAM. You can go into view details and have the same options over here. You can see the Docker IP and the health of the container. You can see the monitoring down here. You can go into logs. This is great for debugging. And you can see monitoring like the resources and the network. You can do hourly and daily, and then also do the latest. You can see events right here, and you can get more info. You can see a terminal, and then the compose, and then Docker. So the image restart policy, you can change that. User interactive mode, environment variables, and then the labels, and then devices, and then you can press the update container button. You can see the network, so the network mode and the host port and the container port, and you can also add a new port right here. You can also delete one, and these are the ports that the container exposes. So it could expose a port over here on the host, and then it's going into the container and whatever that port, whatever the container is listening on. So that would be 80 in this case. Then once you do that, you can update ports. You can go down to storage right here. You can search. You can do a new mount and a volume or a bind. You can put the source in, and you can also do a target. And you can do a bind right here, and you can unmount. And then you can also press update volumes right here. So if we go over to URLs, you can see the URL right here, and you can see a description, the URL. You can go to the UI, and then the target. So it's targeting a serve app. And then it's going to BigBearClub and then port 80. You can see security. So the Smart Shield authentication is disabled. Throttling is enabled. And then timeout is enabled. And then success. And then the bytes. So you can go over here to setup. So name, description, the mode. So you can change the mode. And then this is the serve app mode. And then a proxy, static folder, single page application, and redirection. And then you can also put it on to where you want it to go. So it's going to BigBearClub as a target. The container port is 80 on the container. That's what it's listening on. Inside the container, this isn't a host port. This is a container port. And then the container protocol is HTTP. And then you can see a preview. So now you can see the use host, and this is what the proxy will be listening on. So the IP and then the port is 7200. Use path prefix and authentication required, smart shield protection, and restrict access to Constellation VPN. You can also see advanced settings down here. You can go over to security and have more options. So authentication required, admin only, forward IP, and host headers to target. Disable header hardening. This is the smart shield settings, and this is the limits, and block common bots. And then that's recommended, so that's automatically on. Block request without referee header. You can go over to monitoring, and you can see the request and the resources. And you can do latest, hourly, and daily. Now you can see the events that happen with the proxy or response. You can narrow it down from and to date, and you can export it, and then you can show debug info, and then success, and then warning, important, and then any errors that happen. So that's a little bit about the ServeApps and the URLs. So now on the home page, you'll see BigBearCosmos, and I'm going to change this name. So I'm going to go over to URLs and then BigBearCosmos, set up, and then now I'm going to change the name up here. So I'm going to take the Big Bear off and then Excalidraw. And then now I'm going to come down here to save and then refresh. Now you can go back into the home, and now you can see it's just Excalidraw, and you can get to the UI by clicking this. You can also go through here, or you can go through here. So this is the main way. This is the URL. So now I'm going to go to the UI. So if you go into Excalidraw, so you can see the export and preferences and languages up here. So you can open, you can save your computer, export the image, live collaboration, help, reset canvas. And then you can see dark mode and light mode. You can change the languages down here. You can change the canvas background. You can also do a custom color as well. So you can also zoom in. You can undo and redo. You can zoom out as well. And you can reset the zoom. You can go up here to live collaboration, invite people to your current scene to collaborate with you. You can see the library over here. So you can go up to draw, and you can draw. You can change the stroke, the background. You can change the stroke color. That's green and orange, and then blue. So you can change the fill too. You can change the width of the stroke, so it's a bigger stroke. You can change the opacity, layers right here. You can also move around. You can select them, and you can also create a square. So there's all kinds of things you can do with this. This is so neat. And then you do the you can do a arrow, and you can see the opacity is down, so you can change this up and down. So you can also make this into a moving square, contorted one. You can also undo, like I said, and it'll undo it. So that's a little bit about the UI in Excalidraw. So I just went over step by step on getting Excalidraw running on Cosmos Cloud using BigBearCosmos, the third-party app store. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And if you have any video suggestions or any community support, you can go down to the Big Bear community and join our forum. There's a link in the YouTube description. So stay tuned for more.